Hi, Taurus. Welcome to Golden Truth Tarot. Now let's get started with your May reading. In the first week of May, I see that you will finally be able to solve some conflict, some disagreements, some misunderstandings that have to do, for some of you, Taurus, with your family members, for others, with your friends. You feel like others are not including you enough, they're not inviting you to family gatherings, or when your friends get together, you feel like you're left aside and people are not prioritizing you anymore. So there is this sense, this loneliness, this emptiness that you're feeling in the first week of May. And even though they might give you reasons why this is happening, you still don't feel good enough. You still feel lonely. You still feel isolated. And even for those Tauruses who are in a relationship, you might be complaining because your partner is spending more time with friends than they're spending with you, going out with friends, or even when you go out together, you always have friends around. So you are never truly alone to have conversations, talk about things that are important to you, or bond. There's always people around you, and you have this strong desire to be, you want to be number one. You want to be the person that gets their love and attention fully, completely. Now, as long, the lesson here in the first week is to do everything you can to make yourself feel happy. As long as you're expecting that validation and that recognition and that love to come from someone else, you're always going to feel disappointed. You're always going to feel like you're not getting enough. So if someone can go out with you, if they're not calling you, if you don't have that companionship that you're craving, then try to do things that you love, try to do things that you like by yourself. Try to learn how to enjoy your own company and be okay with that solitude, because things change. Sometimes people grow apart, sometimes life takes different, it takes you in different directions. So not always the same friendships are going to be the same way. And even with family members, things can happen where people have other priorities and they have other obligations, and it's impossible to keep the same style of living or the same rhythm as before. In the second week, be careful when it comes to your vehicle of transportation. You might have some issues, especially if you know that there is something that needs repair or needs to be fixed and you have been procrastinating, telling yourself, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough money right now, I can't do this, I have to wait. There's going to, something is going to happen where you can't procrastinate anymore. You will have to make sure that you do the repairs that you need to do, that you fix what you need to fix in the second week. I also see some issues when it comes to traveling, problems when it comes to traveling, because we have Mercury, the planet of communication, which is also connected with travel, enters your sign of Taurus on May 10th. And Mercury, it's going to give you this boost of energy and this desire to, is this push almost, because Taurus tend to take their time, steady and slow. It's going to give you this push to make the changes that you need to make. To, you're going to have ideas, you're going to have this strong desire, you want to travel, you want to have fun, you want to go out, you want to go to different places, especially traveling close to you, so 2 3 hours, maybe even 4 hours drive away from where you are, in your state, seeing some, trying something different. And if you plan that and you're trying to get other people on board, you're going to see this resistance that they can do the same thing as you. They can't travel with you. They can't leave for a weekend. They can't go out. And now you have the same kind of issue, the same kind of problems. And you're going to see that your paths are just have just changed. So there is a need in May. It's going to be almost like a wake up call that you are at a stage in your life where you have to be more emotionally mature. It doesn't matter your age. If you find yourself having these issues over and over again, this is a call for you to not take everything personally. Understand that people just grow apart, that things happen, that life takes sometimes take us in different paths, and it's not because they don't love you or they don't care about you, that just they have other things that are priority at this time. And I see even for couples that this is going to be one of those weeks where it's going to be hard for you to find a balance. Everyone wants to do different things and prioritizes something that is not important for the other person. So you are going to almost feel stuck with a lot of energy, a lot of ideas, but stuck in the same place and not moving forward. Now, in the third week, for those Tauruses who had to take their vehicle to a mechanic or a repair shop, you're going to get some news. Some news there's going to be a little bit concerning because you might have been thinking, okay, I have to fix this and that. And once you take it to the mechanic, you're going to realize that there's more issues, more problems that need to be addressed and fixed. And it might come with a higher expense as well. For others, if you have applied for a visa, a traveling visa, tourist visa, something that you were expecting to hear back from in the third week, you might receive news that either your interview date is going to be postponed, or there is some additional paperwork or documents needed in order to complete your file and to schedule your interview. Make sure that you have everything, that you double check, that you are prepared before making a decision, before sending everything that you need, because Mercury being in Taurus makes your mind very scattered. You have so many thoughts at the same time, and because you usually Tauruses, you tend to be very organized and slow paced. Having Mercury in your sign from May 10th to May 26th, you're going to feel like someone is constantly pushing you, rushing to get things done, and you're going to be forgetful. You might not be as organized as you usually are. So make sure you prepare everything. I do see you will be able to travel and get the positive news and the confirmation, because you're going to be very happy and excited by the end of May. But there's going to be some delay in some sort of delay in the third week. Now, for those Tauruses who are single, this is a time when you might date or meet someone who has a lot of air energy, someone who has their ascendant or sun sign in either Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This person is very smart, very intelligent, they're captivating, it's very promising. It sounds like this is the perfect match for you. You feel very drawn to them. But this is someone who has a lot of talk and not so much actual, they don't come through with a lot of those promises. So make sure that you allow them to prove who they truly are, not just to give you empty promises. The same applies also to those Tauruses who are currently in a relationship. If you find yourself getting excuses a lot in the relationship, things are going to get better, we're going to spend more time together, we're going to do more things together, etc., and your partner is not coming through with those promises, is not making them happening, and it's not prioritizing you and the relationship, then this is a time for you, Taurus, to truly reevaluate the relationship and where you currently stand with this person. If you're getting exactly what you want from the relationship. Now, the difference in energy in the last week, it's a complete shift compared to the first week. You're going to feel happy, excited. A lot of you Tauruses will travel in the last week of May. You're going to do something that you've been wanting to do for a long time. I see a lot of childlike energy, so it doesn't matter the age you are. You're going to go through a lot of extreme emotions in May. There's going to be times where you feel very happy, very excited, very motivated. There's going to be times where you're sad, where you feel like nothing is going your way. So try to also balance yourself. There is this need, the energy is telling me that you have to work on being more balanced within yourself, not allowing so much exterior circumstances to turn your life upside down, where you get so affected emotionally that you go from feeling super happy and super excited to something doesn't go your way, and now you're completely shift. Now you're sad. Now you feel like you're not good enough. Now you feel like you don't have friends and family that support you. It's from one extreme to the other. So make sure you work on that part of yourself where you are more understanding, where everything it's more you can go through the changes in life without being so affected emotionally, and everything has a smoother transition. So emotional maturity, it's going to be very important as a theme for Tauruses for May. And from the oracle of the green oracle, the message is memory, rosemary, memories that you have from your past, from friends, memories with your family members. If you've had a group of friends that, or even one friend that you spend a lot of time together, you were always together, maybe you went to school together, and now things have changed. Now you might be in different phases in your life where you are prioritizing different aspects, and you see it hard for them to even spend some time with you or even call you. That doesn't mean that the love is not there. Just in our life, sometimes certain people are part of certain phases of our life, certain ages, certain moments in our life, and then things just change and we meet new people and life evolves and we take a different direction. So there's no need to take things so personally, and just understand that this is a time to evolve, and those same memories that are beautiful, they can stay in those moments in time, but they might be very difficult to try and replicate now at this age, at this time in your life. Also, for those Tauruses who are in relationships that you might feel like you have invested such a long time, and Tauruses tend to be notorious to stay. There's one of the signs that stay longer than they have to. People who have their ascendant in Taurus, people who have their moon in Taurus or their sun in Taurus tend to stay in relationships longer than they should, because you feel you get comfortable. You think about all the time you've invested into the relationship. You think about the memories. You think about the beginning. You're hoping things are going to be the same as they were in the beginning, and things don't actually change. It never goes back to how it used to be, but you think, okay, well, I invested this much time, and the years go by, and now the more you are invested, the more you have those memories from the past, but the current situation is not what you want, and it's not making you happy. This is a time for you to truly be honest with yourself, to look at everything for what it is, to see what's actually going on in your love life, if you're getting exactly what you want, and make decisions for yourself, for your happiness, and for your future. What will be best, and what will your future self thank you for if you think about it, truly being honest about the different things that you have seen so far from the relationships and where the two of you are headed. This is a time to reevaluate and make a decision. Maybe not in the month of May. I don't see that happening this month, but this is a time for you to get that wake-up call where, okay, you have to see it for what it is. You can't keep making excuses anymore, and you have to be emotionally mature. That's very important during May. Okay, Tauruses, this is everything that I see for you. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please leave me a like, a comment. Don't forget to subscribe, and I see you next time. Thank you. Bye-bye.